gutter birds quarantine chronicles bullshit. And I just love how these are like a downward spiral. Well, I mean, the first episode we were like harumph, and then
Yeah.
the second episode we're like, yeah, and the third one we're kind of like, and I just wanted to fucking smack some people, and now I was like, losing it.
Well, you did just get done watching a very riveting, exciting episode of not Star Trek.
Yeah, because we did just get done filming. Because as you are aware, if you've been keeping up with these, we basically film these right after we're done filming our Happy Craptastic and Worst Movies fucking ones. And yes, we did just watch. Well, we just filmed an episode about a Star Trek fan film called Reality Check. That wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It just is. So how fun are things like the episodes like that when things just are?
They're not.
So, yeah. I guess I'll do what I do every week and ask you, what did you do in the last couple of days, Bird? And I don't want nothing. I want details of what you did over these last couple of days.
Wow. You want a detailed report?
I mean, I don't want every detail. You can leave out the taking of the dumps and playing with your dick and stuff, but I mean, you could at least tell me a little bit more than nothing.
That's all there is. No, of course, yesterday, 420, was me and Jamie's anniversary. So in between trying to do things, I was trying to split time between, so that's why when I was on the Discord, I was on and off because, I was doing that and trying to hang out with her at the same time. But
yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, we had a big Discord thing yesterday. If you were there, you are aware, and if you weren't, you weren't.
And then I'm right before I go to bed, of course, the news flashes, they're like, President Trump snaps and goes crazy in White House briefing. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to watch that, but God, that headline got you, didn't it? So of course I got it, and it was him sitting there going, "You ought to thank me. You ought to kiss my butt." I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with this dude, man? He's fucking losing it.
Yeah, man, we're all losing it. I mean, I'm not saying that he's not losing it or he's. I'm just saying
I think dude, his face, I don't know, he must put that stuff on himself, like the bronzer, you know what I mean?
Or, yeah.
It was thick, and the more pissed he got, the more red his face got. So the orange and red was mixing. So it was just he just looked like a tomato. He was just turning into a fucking tomato. And all it is just reporters repeating back to him what he had said. They're like, you said this not even 20 minutes ago, and he snaps,
Yeah.
Nasty question. Nasty. I'm like, no, you just said it. I'm like, look, you can't just say things and not be held accountable. Okay, you're the president.
Yes, he can. Yes, well, he can. Normally, that's not the way it's supposed to work, but he can.
I see that's how it's been working. He's been Teflon Don, and nothing's stuck to him. But, him acting crazy, it's starting to stick, I think. People are starting to be like, he's starting to freak me out a little bit,
Yeah, but anyway, did you do anything else?
No.
Yeah, speaking of Discord, what I thought was cool was
I stare outside the window and I think about what it's like out there. For the animals, they're the only ones enjoying the freedom. The animals at this point have to be wondering what the fuck's going on. They're probably like, wait a minute, there's nobody leaving their house on this side, but then I see a bunch of flags over here and people walking and screaming and right beside each other. What's going on over there? What's going on with that anyway? I don't understand it. It's even in our state, where they went to Harrisburg in the pickup truck
and stuff.
Like what? You know,
I don't know, dude.
These people watch too much Tucker Carlson and douchebags like that. That Janine Pirro, she talks like this. She's always drunk on her live videos. Why so serious?
I was just thinking that.
But yeah. But like they say shit and they get people all riled up, and it's like, dude, nobody's trying to take your guns. Nobody's trying to take your right to be stupid. Obviously, you're proving it,
Yeah.
And my thing is that, like, if you're not worried about it, why are you wearing a mask, son? Why are you showing up in full garb? But you're like this. You're like this. This whole thing is a hoax. I don't believe none of this shit. And you're like, why are you wearing that thing? You're trying to push on my freedom, dude.
You know what I do love though, man? Like ever they
nurse. There was a nurse standing in the street, and there was a truck. He was blocking the protesters from blocking the hospital and shit. And there's this fat, stupid lady's hanging out the thing. Now look, when you were a kid, right back in the day, you would wear shirts, with the sleeves cut off that said USA. You weren't wearing it to be a dick. You were just like, whatever, it was cool. Now people wear it just to be a dick. They're making the whole USA thing not be cool or be honorable at all. You're just, every time you see somebody has a USA thing on their shirt, you automatically assume what? What do you assume? You're like, oh God, here comes a dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's like derpa 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 derpa. You know what I mean? Like he comes up and acts like a dick, and you're like, dude, stop.
But speaking of dicks and stuff, I wanted to bring up, you were still talking about like the protesters and stuff. Yeah, dude, I love in Harrisburg, the fucking dudes in full militia garb, full fucking military outfit. They go up and be like, why? Why are you dressed like this? Why not? Because I can't. I just can't, dude. I fucking can't.
Like,
it's like, are
you planning on shooting the virus, sir?
It's just like, yeah, dude, there's lots of things that we can do that's not against the law, but people don't do because, one, we're not stupid, or like, it's just not cool. But of course, these people aren't worried about being cool to other people. They want everybody else to die, but their friends and their family.
Yeah,
and their emperor.
No, but like it went from, there was a meaning behind it. There was maybe some kind of like movement or whatever. I don't know, whatever. But like now it's just malicious. Now it's just like, I just want the other side to cry. I don't care what happens. If they're for it, I have to be against it, even if it means my life. It's like, dude, if I'm a doctor and you're sick and you find out I'm a Democrat, but you're a Republican, are you going to refuse me to help you survive just because? Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
But the words of George Carlin, man, the words of George Carlin ring true today still. It's a big club and you ain't in it.
But yeah, like I was saying earlier before we got into all of that, I was saying what was cool about the 420 Discord thing. I popped out about 7 p.m. because I was kind of on it all fucking day, and meat weed madness kind of like, wrecked my brain. So I checked out, but I also noticed that it went on for like hours after I dipped, and I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I kind of want that to happen. I want people to go on there when it's not with me and you aren't there, and I want them to hang out and watch movies and whatnot that we can hop into if we wanted.
Yeah, well, because we can't always be there.
Yeah, plus, yeah, I don't want to have to fucking pick a movie and stuff all the time, and then like try to get people together and all that shit.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Draco, that dude seems to have movies, and he he always knows how to run them and stuff. So
yeah. But yeah, anyway. So let me look at my list of questions here. The same list that we've had for like, this will be 4 episodes now. Is What did I do? Nothing. But had a big, did that 420 watch party thing and filming episodes and what fucking not. Same old goddamn same old. Blah. Oh, I guess, but yeah, what I didn't get into last time, I did get Game Pass. So if you wanted to ask any questions about that, because you were asking right before we quit because your phone was dying, but it seems to be worth $10 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you get like, can you get like retro games and shit with this thing?
Some, yeah. But I mean, it's a lot of like, there are some like brand newish type games, but it's a lot of like there's some indie games and stuff on there that are pretty cool, and some older games, and yeah, it's just like there's over 100 and some games. You can actually just look at it on your Xbox.
Sounds worth $10 to me.
Yeah. But so yeah, I mean, I went through the first Gears of War and the second Gears of War, and now I'm taking a Gears of War break, and then I'm going to try playing the rest of them while I'm still stuck doing nothing.
Dude, I've been playing Intellivision.
You've been talking about that a lot on these,
because I can't play anything motherfucking else. Because I play like Call of Duty, something like that, but I can only play it for so long, or I gotta wait till at night when everybody's asleep, and by that time I'm already I'm done. I'm I'm ready to call it a night myself, so. But yeah. Other than that, it's just been Intellivision, bowling, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, yes, Snafu. Fucking lots of Snafu, Frog Bog, Well, because Livs loves it. That's her thing. She gets up in the morning, fucking gumball, chocolate milk, and then Intellivision. It's like clockwork. So, yeah. Most of the time, I just feel like a dysfunctional Mary Poppins, like because she had her shit together and I did not. I still do some cleaning and cooking and all that kind of stuff. But, I wished, for fuck's sake, I had a giant duffel bag that I could just be like, and everything just cleans itself.
Yeah, but I mean, it is. What the hell just happened?
There you are.
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay. Who knows if anything actually happened in the video? Like if people will see this and it got all weird or not, who fucking knows? But it got weird on our ends.
Yeah.
So anyway, I need a cigarette. Have you watched anything interesting? No. Of course you're gonna say no. Every time I ask you a question, it's no. You always try to make these things like pulling fucking teeth.
I've watched well, because like, dude, like, the woman's been off for a couple days, and all she wants to watch is The Office, and that's all she watched is The Office.
Well,
the only
then
thing
see,
I watched on my phone, okay, I watched Expendables 2. Don't ask me why. I watched Expendables 2. I watched Expendables. Okay, if I'm honest, I watched the trilogy. I went 1, 2, and 3. And like the first one, I was like, they put so much effort into this one, and then you go to the second one, they're like, some effort, but we're rushing it, and you can tell we're rushing it. It's just because of like every scene. Like, I've never seen a film like that where every scene it felt like the lines. I don't know if anybody can like if anybody agrees with me on this or not, but the lines were delivered in such a way that it was like practice, like they were, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it was so weird.
But also, it's like that movie seems so rushed because they were rushing it because everybody was getting older by the second.
It's like they went down the line. They're like, okay, you got catch line, you got catch line, you got catch line, you got catch line, and like because like Arnold had to say, "I'll be back," and everybody had to say cliche shit, and
yeah, it was like movie by formula or whatever.
Yeah, right. It was just horrible. And then you get to the end, you're like, okay, this is the part everybody's probably been waiting for: Stallone versus Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then the fight lasts maybe a minute or two, and you're like, what the fuck did I just did I just watch? What the fuck? You spent 2 hours building this up, and that fight lasted 2 seconds, and it was mostly Stallone whooping his ass. And you're like, wait a minute, Jean-Claude Van Damme's a martial artist, and you had him kick one motherfucking time?
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me, that whole thing was Stallone getting back at him because Jean-Claude gave him shit about the first one because, like, I guess he wanted him in the first one. Jean-Claude said no. And Stallone was pissed off about it. So when the second one comes, because Stallone went on and was doing media and was sitting there saying, when Jean-Claude would say something, he goes, oh, I told you should have been in the first one, you know. So the fight scene, if you ask me, it was Jean-Claude basically cowing down and saying, yes, you can whoop my ass, you know, and I'll take check. You know what I mean? I won't try to fight back. And that was it.
Mm-hmm. That seems about right, kind of.
It pisses me off, dude, because it was like a missed opportunity for a pretty epic fight scene, and they pissed it away because Stallone's ego, you know?
Yeah. But I was never such a big fan of those movies anyway. Like, the first one was okay for what it was. The second one, I didn't care.
I'm just saying they had an opportunity, and they pissed it away. Because they had Dolph Lundgren, they had Arnold Schwarzenegger, he had fucking powerhouse people, and you pissed. Dude, how can you make Harrison Ford and these people look lame? But they did. How can you make Mel Gibson seem bland? But they did.
But it's also because they put so many. They did the whole thing like Mortal Kombat Annihilation thing. Too many people. They kept adding people.
Everybody gets one scene each, and it's just like, well, then. I don't know, it was just horrible.
Yeah, I can't even think of anything that I watched. So, I mean, I've been watching this Japanese anime that I can't remember the name of. I've been on like a Japanese anime kick. I mean, it's pretty gory. That's always fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of anything that I've watched. I mean, I watched Dazed and Confused yesterday morning at 4:20. Or not at 4:20, but on 4:20 morning. But I mean...
Yeah.
And I'm going upstairs, so I don't have my list of questions, so I have no clue what. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It all sucks. You got nothing?
I want to end this anyway because I'm outside and I'm cold.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, this is a short episode of this. We're petering out of life. Pretty much. I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about. Oh, what did you do for the last 2 days since we talked last? Nothing. Yeah, and I'm not even fucking with the goddamn lights or tripod or anything. So on that note, this is another episode of this crap over.
Another episode of this crap.
All right, man. So I guess I'll talk to you later.
All right, dude.
All right, see you, man.
Yeah.